king of wealth and power. Behold my riches and strength. Tremble before me!
Let me ask you a question. What actually makes a man strong? Is it the size of his muscles, the size of his bank account, or the status he holds? The truth is, the world today isn't short on men. What it is completely starved for are strong men. Men who have mastered their minds, controlled their emotions, and take absolute responsibility for their lives. Here is the hard truth that most people are terrified to admit. Weak men are not born. They are built. They are manufactured by small daily choices repeated endlessly. The habits you indulge in today might feel harmless, but they are quietly carving out the man you will be 5 years from now. Every action is either forging your character or slowly eroding it. In this video, I'm breaking down the 10 habits that separate weak men from the strong. These aren't trendy social media life hacks. These are deep, foundational patterns of behavior that determine whether a man is universally respected or entirely overlooked. Make sure you watch until the end, because habit number 10 is the one that 99% of men are too afraid to face. Habit 1. Voluntarily embrace discomfort. The human brain is wired to crave comfort, soft beds, instant gratification, and effortless entertainment. Weak men engineer their entire lives to avoid friction. They dodge hard conversations and quit when the workout burns. Strong men operate on a different frequency. They know that comfort breeds apathy, and discomfort is the forge where real strength is built. Waking up early when the bed is warm, stepping into the arena when you'd rather hide, these aren't just actions. Real strength isn't found in a life of ease. It is forged in moments of voluntary hardship. Habit 2. Take absolute ownership. Imagine two men who lose out on the exact same opportunity. Both worked hard. Both failed. The weak man immediately points the finger. The system is rigged. My boss hates me. I just have bad luck. Blaming the world might protect your ego for 5 minutes, but it strips you of all your power.
What's this? Aha! I've got it! Let's take a closer look. What's this?
A strong man asks a different question.
Let's take a
What could I
closer
have
look.
done better? He extracts the lesson. Because the second you take responsibility for your circumstances, you take back the power to change them. Habit 3. Demand progress, not validation. Weak men outsource their self-worth. They are desperate for applause, likes, and external recognition. If society praises them, they feel like kings. If they are ignored, they crumble. Their identity is built on shifting sands. Strong men build their foundation on bedrock. They don't ask, do people like me? They ask, am I better today than I was yesterday? Applause is temporary, but the competence you build behind closed doors is permanent. Habit 4. Build systems over relying on motivation. Motivation is a liar. It feels incredible when it's there, but it is entirely dependent on your mood. Weak men rely on how they feel. If they aren't motivated, they don't execute. Strong men don't wait for the muse to strike. They build systems. They lock in daily routines and non-negotiable standards. Discipline is not an emotion, it is an architecture. When you build ironclad systems, your success stops relying on your fluctuating feelings and starts relying on ruthless consistency. Habit 5. Master the space between emotion and action. Life will eventually test every man with stress, failure, or disrespect. Pressure reveals character. Under pressure, weak men detonate. They lash out in anger, panic, and let their fear drive the wheel. They make impulsive decisions that almost always make the situation worse. Strong men feel the exact same anger and stress, but they have mastered a critical skill: the pause. They create a gap between the stimulus and their response. They refuse to let chaos dictate their actions. Anyone can lose their temper, but keeping your head when everyone else is losing theirs is a superpower. Control your reactions and you control your life. Habit 6. Guard your time like a fortress. Money can be lost and earned back, but time, once a second is gone, it is gone forever. Weak men hemorrhage their time. They scroll mindlessly for hours, binge trivial entertainment. Strong men treat time as their most precious asset. Before they commit, they ask, Is this moving the needle forward? When a man becomes aware of how he spends his time, he begins to take control of his life. When you become violently protective of your time, your life transforms at a terrifying speed.
Hey everyone, listen to my plans! First we build the foundation, then we execute the strategy!
6 months later, nothing has changed.
I have a great idea.
Weak men are addicted to the idea of success.
One task at a time.
They despise the invisible daily grind required to achieve it. Strong men shut their mouths and put their heads down. They know that execution beats intention every single time. Stop broadcasting your ambitions to the world. Let your results do the talking. Failure is a mirror that shows you exactly where you lack competence. Weak men avoid it at all costs. If they stumble, they quit, taking it as permanent proof that they aren't good enough.
What's this?
Strong men view failure as data.
Let's take a closer
Every
look.
mistake is a masterclass in what not to do next time. They understand that failure is not the opposite of success. It is a mandatory stepping stone on the path to it. Society hands you a script. Follow the herd. Weak men follow the crowd because it's warm and safe. But there is zero greatness in the middle of the herd. Strong men have the courage to question the default settings. They are willing to be misunderstood. They have the audacity to create their own reality. Strong men create their own direction in life. They're designing a different life for themselves. This is the final habit that most men completely ignore, not because it's impossible, but because it's uncomfortable. It requires looking at yourself honestly. You are forced to confront your laziness, your bad habits, and your excuses. Strong men actively carve out time for silence. They ask themselves the hard questions. True strength begins with self-awareness. You cannot conquer the world until you have first conquered yourself.
You're number one!
True strength begins with self-awareness. You cannot conquer the world until you have first conquered yourself.
You're number one!